It's week 5 of the 2034 season.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be let out by their new quarterback. Greg, it is a rookie from South Carolina.
We had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week, Mike, and we asked him, we said, can you put your finger on what went wrong last week for what was a pretty rough outing? He said, if I'm being honest, I didn't have my best week of practice. I practiced much better this week, and I'm expecting it to carry forward into the game. He can continue to get better. They can show that they can win when he doesn't have his best stuff. If he plays a cleaner game, this is going to be a tough team to beat.
They'll look to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. A gain there of 10 yards. And that will be a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
This crowd ready in anticipation.
I think when you go back and watch the film, absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
He'll look to throw. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The visitors' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out, and it's recovered by one of his teammates. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A gain there of 11. That's enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? This one is good. He knocks it through. And the visitors are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
A gain there of 16 yards. And that will be a first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. That's caught on the right side by Sutton.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. But let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. First and goal at the 2. Off play action. He'll set up. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
I really like the play call. Sometimes you can catch the defense thinking run, and you can change it up on first down and go pass. The issue is, if you're the quarterback, you've got to get this ball out of your hand. It's either touchdown or out the back of the end zone into the bleachers, because you cannot afford to go backwards when you find yourself in a goal to go. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's hauled in at the 2. So a field goal here would tie the game, but the kicking unit stays on the sideline. They're going to go for it on fourth down. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. And this will pay off. It is caught.
When I think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions. And so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he'll get this only to about the 10. 2nd down and 8. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
They'll try to run, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Got his man complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. The catch made there by Sutton. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A throw on the move is caught.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little extra second you allow your wide receiver to continue to work open by the ability to move the pocket. Buy time with your feet, but remain a passer.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now a give on the ground, and this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. And his guys extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Oh, yeah. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he will score. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the visitors are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typical...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now faking the give. This one complete to Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and
he'll take it on in. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And his guys move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here's a 2nd and 6. From out of the gun, he'll throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This, about as short as you can get. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you to Orlando, we'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Armadillos locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. 31-23, the final score.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The return starts from the 5. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Thrown left side. The catch is made. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Back to the air one more time. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And they'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. In. Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the visitors will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. To the right side here. Pass is caught. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's enough for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. He finds Sutton.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the...
That'll be intercepted. And the visitors will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that love throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who are very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands? Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6, or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. This team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Here's a run going left, and that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He'll get this out wide, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time? Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a yard. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. This one caught at the 4. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock. This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on first down.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Up the middle they go. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
6-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 13-yard line.
They'll try the right side this time. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll let one go down the middle.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. That is brought in at the 10. And he's into the end zone. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now this team's offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Handoff here, up the middle, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a 1st down.
And his great game continues, and all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. 3rd down and 9. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
And a short pickup down inside the 10. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll go with him again. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're gonna come away from here with a well-earned victory.